It's that big mo. It's the bunk shades at midnight, the full moon. We done slid twice, we still shoot. You get killed twice, you pull through. I'm with Jackie son. Now I ain't talking about no dice game, we whacking something. Back to bagging up. Make the spot look like the Carter, bitches bagging up. Watch all everybody tap in when you bag it up. You took it ill, them niggas dip, that shit ain't adding up. Everything scandalous, I ain't had enough. How you mad talking, you ain't mad enough. That he talking, but you bagging up. Cole's coughing at the bag him up. She on section 8, but this is bad as fuck. I be laughing to the bank, I be cracking up.
I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to say on this shit. I'm high as a motherfucker right now. Studio going crazy. Yeah. All fig, you dig? Yeah.
Here I'm at. I'm a living legend in the set. I gon' lead the weapon with a tech. I came through in a hoodie, fuck a vest. It's that crib shit. I grew up with a body on my wish list. Skeletons in my closet like the Misfits. I went through with a jammer, still ain't miss shit. I'm about to bust a bitch and make a quick flip. I went through dead broke and left with 10 strips. I'm to the house like it's a pick six. My Glock 30 match the Benz 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, we in the building, man. Hit the year.
Yes, sir.
In the Loop Radio, man. In the Loop Live, in the Loop Podcast, man. We in the building. We doing what we do, man. Doc, what's good, boy?
We here, man. Another week, another Wednesday. You know the vibes, my guy. Everything Gucci.
That's a fact, though. So we're gonna jump right into. We got a couple things we're gonna talk about. Couple little current events and all that. We're gonna get into. So
Yes,
let's
sir.
see where we starting off at. Let's see what this is. Oh, well, I did a little clip about this. Well, we didn't get to, bring it up on the show. So I'm just gonna play this real quick. I know you saw it already by now, but for those
The
that
baby.
didn't,
Yeah, definitely build on it. Yes, sir. Rama. Rama for your mama. Craziness.
facts. Oh, my fault. My mic was muted. We ain't hear what you had to say yet. So let's get your account on this.
Now I was about to say you for a minute. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. I mean, ain't really much much to say, man. Y'all already know the backstory. That was what was homegirl name? Danny Lee. I think his baby mom.
Yeah.
Leah Lee, that was her brother. Give y'all a quick backstory. I know y'all know, but anyway, he was the brother was actually saying, he didn't like how the baby was disrespecting his sister, and when he got a chance to see him, he was gonna see him. You know what I'm saying? And have a conversation with him. Or he said something to that effect that seemed like a threat. So, fast forward, before the video that we saw, I guess he said something to him. Actually, from the video that I saw the brother post, his name is Billy or something right there, Bill or something like that. The video he posted, he said he wanted to talk to Baby like a man. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he approached him while Baby's with his security and part of his entourage. And Baby just felt like giving him a Superman punch. You know what I'm saying? Setting him off in a bowling alley, in a slippery bowling alley. I mean, I don't know, man. It is what it is. That's definitely a family squabble. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Baby was, in my opinion, he was definitely kind of like disrespectful when he was had his baby moms in front of him holding his newborn baby girl and stuff like that. He was kind of reckless and stuff like that. But he's feeling himself. He got a couple of million in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Big mansion, and one of the hottest dudes in the game right now. And he did what he did. I don't really know. I don't really have any type of personal comment on it, but I just felt like it probably could have been handled better than that. You know what I'm saying? Baby's in a position where he probably shouldn't react off of impulse like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you could definitely be sued for that bread, which I'm pretty sure Homeboy's probably gathering a lawsuit. But as the Babies said, he don't take idle threats very lightly. You know what I'm saying? And
at the end
Homeboy
of
said,
the day, the dude did say it was on site when he saw the baby.
he did, right.
After all of that. So that would kind of justify the Baby. And I hate
Right.
saying that dude name, the Baby. But anyway, that's going to help him a little more
True.
because of the fact that you threaten me online. So when I see you, this is what I see.
Right.
You know what I'm
And it's
saying?
called- I'm going to defend myself because I don't know what you're going to do at that point when you're standing in front of me, right? You could have pulled out a gun, a knife, anything. So I'm gonna react off impulse and defend
Right.
myself first and foremost.
And then, all right, how you feel about, first of all, do you feel like that was virtuous? As a brother, that's what he's supposed to do?
Who, the brother, or are you talking about Baby?
Yeah, the brother.
The-
Yeah, Deadly brother.
Well, again, being that who the Baby is, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have wanted to approach. I mean, I probably wouldn't have handled it like that personally. But I mean, because we know who the Baby is, out here in these streets as far as one of the hottest hip hop artists. He got a bunch of security around him.
But let's
He was
just say he wasn't the Baby. He was just another dude on the street, right? And
Right.
going through this same scenario, do you think, being her brother, you being her brother,
Right.
would you react that way? Would you want to, because, all right, in my opinion, I feel like
Yeah.
as a brother dealing with a grown sister in a relationship or whatever she was in,
Right.
I feel like unless that dude is beating your sister up, you shouldn't
Indeed.
even be involved in that shit. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
involved in it at all. She knew who she was messing with. She was messing with the Baby while the Baby was messing with his other baby mother.
True.
Feel me? So all of this that went down, that she feels like she was violated by the Baby or whatever, was her own doing at the end of the day. I'm not jumping out the window for my sister that this dickhead shit. She did some dickhead shit. She had a baby with a baby. She did some dickhead shit. I'm not jumping out the window for that. That nigga ain't beat you up. He treated you like how he treated the other baby mother. And you were sitting
Right.
around for that. So it's it's kind of corny in that aspect.
Nah, you know what? I
you
gotta
jumping out-
kind of agree.
He clout chasing to me. He doing this shit
Yeah.
because he's famous. You feel me?
I think I gotta agree with you there. You're right as far as him, jumping out the window and Baby not putting hands on her. He disrespected her verbally, live for the world to see. But you were kind of right, and I can I can relate to the situation as far as going out with your sister, trying to protect your sister, because I got a situation in my own family that I ain't gonna really get into. That recently I had to
Fact.
step into a situation like that, but it had to do with actually what you're saying, with somebody putting hands on somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had to respond to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And
But,
even then,
right.
you gotta respond with that. You gotta respond in a proper manner because who's to say what's gonna happen 2-3 weeks down the line and she's still with this nigga?
Right. Spot
So
on.
it's a
too.
delicate situation.
Spot on too with the situation concerning my family as well. But like I said, it got physical, so I had to get physical. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that's neither here nor there. But just to elaborate a little bit on that, it's very similar. You know what I'm saying with that
Facts.
situation. But like I said, if it would have just been words and disrespect, you know what? You got a point there. And now that I think about it, you're right. I mean, because we know how guys get, and we know how females can push buttons. You know what I'm saying? And make a dude react. That's what you have to really understand too. That they can push buttons and make dudes react a certain way. So I definitely agree that. I think it's a little clout chase there, you know what I'm saying, because of who the baby was. But you're right, no hands was put, nothing physical was done to his sister, so he could have definitely, you know what I'm saying, handled it a different way. I do agree with you on that.
Facts.
He didn't have to go out acting like he was gonna do something to the baby or it was on site, like, you know what I'm saying, where the baby got 6'5" bodyguards that's gonna slam you on
First
your
of
head,
all,
like
that's
it
not
ain't gonna be
as a man, that ain't your place to be hunting down your sister's baby father, bro. It's not your place, bro. Like,
You got a point.
The shit is
What's the
weird.
word?
The shit is
What's
weird.
the word?
Like, I'm not hunting this nigga down. This nigga's he's in LA, Super Bowl weekend.
Right.
What the fuck is you doing out there looking for this man?
Right. And got word he was in the bowling alley and came to that bowling alley
Right.
because he was there. He was asking for
and the baby was there. He was doing a paid event.
Absolutely.
He was there for work. So you come to my job.
Yes. You come to my job
You come
trying
to my job. You come to my place of business to press me about your sister. You deserve your ass whooped.
No. Listen, I gotta agree with you there, bro. We don't agree on much, but I gotta agree with you there. He got what he was asking for. If he got what he didn't, he got what he wasn't asking for.
Lord have mercy. AC the God Frequency, I see you, man. Derek, what's good, man? I see you. Yeah, man, but let's move right along, man. That was just something we had to touch on because we didn't really get to get your opinion on it. Some things, like, I see and I know it's going to be a trending topic. I try to jump on it quick and give my opinion before I could get influenced by somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So that was what that's about. But let's move it right along, man.
Express none of our opinions on that, so yes, good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
We got this Dave Chappelle situation going on, man.
Got next, man.
I'm going to play this little clip real quick.
Ohio comedian Dave Chappelle is drawing attention for his comments at a Yellow Springs Village Council meeting. Chappelle and many others in the community are opposed to a plan for affordable housing development. At a recent meeting, Chappelle took to the microphone and said he would pull his millions of dollars in business investments from the town if the development went through. Chappelle argued that the village needed to build a school to attract young families. Other residents have raised concern over potential traffic issues as well as a lack of parking and a shortage of amenities. The village voted down that plan.
We get into it. Let's hit Dave Chappelle's exact words and all that real quick because he was up there himself. His video was there.
No? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Dave Chappelle. I just want to say, and Marianne, I could talk to you about this privately. I don't know why the village council would be afraid of litigation from a $24 million a year company while they X out a $65 million a year company. I cannot believe you would make me audition for you. You look like clowns. I am not bluffing. I will take it all off the table. That's all. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Chappelle.
Yeah. So pretty much what's going on there is Dave Chappelle and a group of other citizens that live in the town, the city he lives in and whatever, was opposed to the city planning affordable housing in their city, in their neighborhood, so to speak.
In their community, for the most part.
Huh?
In their community, right? And directly in his community.
Right. So we know what comes with low income, you feel me? Of course, we also know that there's an issue where we're living in a situation where a lot of people are short on bread right now, and
Right.
a lot of people are heading towards homelessness. So I understand also where there's a need for it, but then who actually wants that in their neighborhood? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that shit is kind of they calling him Uncle Ruckus right now. So you know Dave Chappelle don't care about the backlash, but
Yeah, he really
they
does.
calling him Uncle Ruckus. He kind of looked like Ruckus right there when he was talking. He did kind of look at. He was like, "Hi, I'm Dave Chappelle."
Right.
But
Right. Made it clear he gonna take his money off the table.
facts. So how you feel about that, man?
I mean, I don't know, man. I'm kind of perplexed with this one because, like, Dave Chappelle being, I mean, he's from the bottom. I'm pretty sure he's not from an affluent family. Of me remembering his his whole journey throughout his comedic journey to being where he is now. I'm a little perplexed with this one, man, because like I said, as you said, we do know what can come. It's not guaranteed, but we know what can come with affordable housing, right? You know what I'm saying? With a couple of bad apples getting there, you know what I'm saying? And there goes the neighborhood, so to speak. And I think that's what Dave Chappelle and other people around him mind state is. But I just think that's kind of like forgetting where you come from, because everybody need to start somewhere. Now, if his community is really affluent, I don't know. Like, usually they wouldn't even let something like that even go down in a real affluent community. I mean, Dave Chappelle has millions of dollars, so I don't know exactly where he lives. I think that's in Ohio, right?
Yeah, he's
It's
in Ohio, and it's not. He's not in the area where it's like a lot of
rich, right?
Nah, he's
Right,
like
'cause
the
you know-
richest guy there.
They lobby and don't even let shit like that go down in real affluent neighborhoods. But
Right.
all right, so he's in a decent neighborhood. He got his home and his family there. I feel like I feel he's a little Uncle Ruckedness going on, because you got to let people get a chance, you know what I'm saying, to build, whether they starting from the bottom, and people need a little hand, man, to be in a decent neighborhood and have affordable housing in a great building or development, whatever he's building. So I think he's kind of tripping a little bit on this one, man. I think Dave need to check himself a little bit. I mean, I understand, like I said, we understand the ramification of what can happen,
Right.
but I mean, that's where the vetting process comes in and stuff like that, vetting families. And if you're going to be involved in the vetting process of families that get moved into the development that you have concerns about, then that's cool. But just to say you're going to take money that you want to invest in the community table, if they bring this development to end that can help a lot of families that's in need right now, as you said, I think that's just wrong. I'm not with that.
I dig it. Like it's a double-edged sword. One, I decided to move here for the reasons I decided to move here.
Right.
Now, once these reasons change, do I still want to be here? So, I mean, I understand the fact that people need affordable housing and they need that opportunity, whatever the case may be. But I also understand I don't want to, like, I don't want it across the street from me. Like, I don't want it. I moved here so that my kids don't have to grow up in that environment, and now you're gonna bring the environment to my door.
Right.
Nah, I'm not, like, and especially because I'm the guy here. Like, that's why I'm here. I'm here because I'm the guy here. You
Right.
feel me? And I'm talking about putting business and starting economic things here. You feel me? Letting my money circulate here. And y'all telling me that y'all want to do this for these people, so forget me. Which is cool. If that's the way the government feels about it, do
Right.
it. And I'm going
Right.
to leave. And he
Right.
has the right to leave and take his money.
Right.
Like, you
Right.
know what I'm saying?
He does. And like I said, if that's his, but I understand too. But if that's your concern, then move in an affluent neighborhood where your money can carry you, where they're not going to allow something like that to come. If that's how you're feeling,
But
you know what I'm saying?
I don't want my kids to grow up with the.
They're going to bring that to your neighborhood.
Now check it.
No.
I don't want my kids to grow up with the upper class people, but I don't want my kid to grow up with the low class people either. So I picked the spot. No, you can though.
You can't. You can't.
No. Listen, this is the like. If you look at the place where Dave Chappelle lives, this is not a sought after spot. Like, this is not somewhere where people are like. He's in a rural area You feel me? It's a small town, and he picked it out specifically for the reasons he picked it out. It's not a nice, sunny. It's not sunny there. It's not like there's no amusement there. There's nothing there but Dave Chappelle, right? And this is the reason why I picked to be here.
Right.
So it's like, homeboy, I could dig where he come from. Like, I picked to be here for this reason. We don't know what
Right.
Dave Chappelle does with his money. Dave Chappelle's from D.C., so he may be spending a lot of money back in D.C. to fix his old neighborhood. But do I want to live there? No.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like now you're telling me, and I'm just giving the community the opportunity to weigh their options, because if y'all do this, I'm out of here. Like,
Right.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, because at the end of the day, he's telling them, listen, y'all gonna do what y'all want to do anyway, but you're trying to please a $25 million company while kicking out the $65 million company. So weigh your options how you want to, and I'm gonna have to do what I gotta do. I'll take it all off the table. And I don't think nothing's wrong with that. And that's the problem with black people. We don't negotiate like that. We're not in the local scene of politics. We only look at the president and shit like that. But he's in the places where his money directly works for him.
Right. And see, but you know, I get that, and all that's good and well. But like when it comes to helping families, though, this is about helping families that might need that helping hand to be in a, like you said, it ain't the most affluent neighborhood, but it's a decent neighborhood, decent town, decent community. Like I said, they have
This
to
is gonna help white people, bro. This is gonna help low income white people.
Is it all white people? I don't
Damn
know.
near.
I don't know.
Just by looking, let's rewind the video real quick.
I don't know why.
Dave Chappelle looked like he's the only black guy in that room.
Right. So Dave Chappelle, pick your poison. Look where you living at. You living, you know what I'm saying? Pick your poison then. You know what I'm saying?
But listen, because I picked it, for the reasons I picked it, I'm coming here to let y'all know that if y'all do this shit, I'm out.
Right.
And I mean it. And this is where we fuck up.
See you later than Dave. See, bye. See you later than Dave. I mean, because like this,
but they're not gonna do that.
Don't make us or break us.
Nah. You know what happened?
That's how I would look at it.
Nah, that's not what happened. What happened is they backed down on that deal. They decided they're gonna invest into single-family homes, starting at the range of $300,000 per home.
Okay, yes, yeah, I didn't have the specifics on what happened with that, so they backed out. So
So
he
that was in the first video I played. That's what she was talking about on the news.
Okay.
So what they really did was they decided, okay, Dave is really serious. All right. And listen, a $300,000 home is not an expensive ass home.
That's not cheap either. It's not cheap, bro. They got single family homes for $150,000 out here in certain places. You know, especially a place like Ohio. I'm sure there's like even not affluent neighborhoods where you can get a house.
These are going to be brand new homes. These are going to be brand new built homes, like, and they're going to be single family for middle class, somewhat of a middle class. Because listen, $300,000 is kind of towards the bottom of what houses cost across the country.
No, I get it. But you know, either let's say $300,000. Even if you was a first-time home buyer, you was able to get an FHA home, FHA loan. You're still going to be at around, after all taxes and fees, about $15,000 to $20,000 that you have to come out your pocket. So I'm just saying that there's situations where people have to come out less than that for first-time home buyers for a house that costs a little less. I mean, $300,000. Of course, there's houses that's $500,000 and better, is like the average and stuff like that. So I get $300,000.
Bullshit! A house across the street in the Bronx, it's $500 at minimum.
Listen, that's in my neighborhood too. Absolutely.
I'm talking about the bullshit, the old rundown shit across the street.
True. Well, this is New York City. You know what I'm saying? This is New York City.
Exactly.
It's a whole different animal. Then some community, some not old ass, but some small, tight knit community in Ohio. You know what I'm saying? In the rural suburbs of Ohio. So
right.
But getting back to the point at hand, like I said, I still think
at the end of the day, also we got to realize he's talking about bringing business here, and I don't see my business thriving off of low income. We need people with money. So it's not just about my living arrangement. It's about my investments. I plan on investing $65 million here, and you're about to tell me that you're going to get people who's going to spray paint on my shit.
Right.
Nah,
Allegedly.
I'm not with it.
Right. And in terms of, like I said, it's a vetting process. I think, maybe it could have been more conversations instead of him just saying, listen, y'all do this, I'm out of here. Maybe he could have been a part of the vetting process for people that's moving in there. I know that sounds like a lot for him. He's a busy man. But I just felt like
I think that's why he was mad. I think he was mad because they were going on with this without speaking to him, and he was kind of like told by other people to come down there. And that was kind of the reason why he was mad. Like, y'all niggas is making me audition for y'all, and y'all know what the fuck I do for y'all here. Like, you're bugging. Like,
right.
You feel me? He was offended, as he should
him
be.
Should have definitely been a part of the vetting process, especially the amount of money and putting in there. He should have been part of the whole process.
Let's keep it a buck. White people are in these city council meetings all across the country doing the same fucking thing.
Indeed.
They're just not Dave Chappelle.
Indeed. You know what I'm saying?
So it is what it is. Let's move right along, man. That was a good one.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
little Uncle and Dave is all good though, in my opinion.
Nah, definitely. I seen Uncle Ruckus all through that.
He definitely got the right to have his qualms. So, but like you said, moving right along.
But so the mayor of New York City, our new mayor, has decided that he is waging war on drill music.
Right.
Let's hit a news clip real quick, man.
Mayor Adams met with a group of drill rap artists last night. He's criticized the music genre for contributing to the rising violence in the city.
But as CBS 2's Andrea Klein-Thomas explains, the mayor and the rappers were able to come to an agreement.
There's been a lot of talk about drill rap, drill music, New York City, connecting violence with the culture.
Late Tuesday evening, drill rappers met with Mayor Eric Adams, who's been critical of their music, saying it's causing a spike in violence. But Brooklyn rapper Bleezy says the meeting was productive.
And we got a chance to speak to him as brothers, as we should, and we got a perfect understanding of what's going on.
Drill rap came under renewed scrutiny after 18-year-old artist Jaquan McKinley's murder earlier this month, leading Mayor Adams to call for the music's removal from social media.
Violent people who are using drill rapping to post who they killed and then antagonize the people who they are going to kill is what the problem is.
People look at the videos or listen to the lyrics and stuff, it's going to be characterized as, talking about guns, talking about money, talking about...
But that's just with music, period, every genre.
While Bleezy admits some artists go too far.
If you ain't experienced poverty, you shouldn't even have your opinion on anybody moment.
Bleezy says he focuses on the hardships in Brownsville, adding addressing the real root of violence goes well beyond any lyrics.
The community is like, it's like, there's no hope, there's no opportunities. No, we just making music so we could get out of these places.
The meeting with Mayor Adams ended with a handshake. The mayor said that a new initiative in partnership with the rappers will be rolled out in a few days. Andrea Klein-Thomas, CBS 2 News.
And the mayor admits to just learning about the genre of music from his son and said he was happy to speak to the various artists.
Yeah, so it's a war on drill music, man.
Nah, yeah, pardon me.
They're trying to say that pretty much that the drill music is the reason for the spike in crime in New York City in recent months, especially the Bronx. You know, the Bronx has been the mix of all this shit.
Right.
Well, how you feel about it, man?
Well, yeah, I actually saw that. I saw shout out to Myson. I saw Myson post a screenshot of all the rappers meeting with Mayor Adams, and I say, people got, unfortunately, like these young dudes been going at each other's heads, shooting at each other, unfortunately killing each other before drill, and unfortunately it'll be happening after drill. Now, I would say, getting straight to the point at hand, I would say drill music is not the cause, It's not the 100% cause, but it's definitely a vehicle that's driving it at 110 miles per hour. You know what I'm saying? Again, let me repeat that. It's not the cause, but it's a vehicle that's driving it at 110 miles per hour. Being that, even going to the old Chicago way, to the original of Chicago, where they talk about each other ops, and, it seems like a lot of these records, they just talking about hitting each other up, talking about, so to speak, smoking on the ops when somebody gets shot. They talking about shooting each other. So it's not the 100% cause, but it's definitely driving it, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? Now, they can get together and meet and say it's not the cause all they want. Cool, absolutely. I agree it's not the cause, because it's been happening. It's a bigger problem than just the music. You know what I'm saying? It's the conscience of these young kids out here.
Right.
But it's definitely a vehicle, man. It's a vehicle that's driving it. And to fix that, they have to look deep inside themselves, man. They have guidance from the older guys to kind of like change the narrative of always talking about the ops, or, you know what I'm saying, bragging about who you shot or who you want to get shot. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that can't be denied that it's part of a vehicle that's driving the violence. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
In my opinion, I feel like the drill rap has become another type of vehicle. A vehicle where they feel like they can get success. They can get some type of success. Because right now, it's about trying to be the most popping dude from where you from, right? Now, in order to do that, you got to show some authenticity to what you're talking about. You understand what I'm saying? So, and that's just the culture. The culture has been that way, right?
Right.
But what we have now is something that we had in the beginning of this hip hop shit coming back around, which is a lot of heavy poverty, and it's really nothing for these niggas to do out here, bro. Like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that the music is the way to go by attacking the music, because all that's gonna do for the ones who's with it, for the ones who say we not gonna do it no more, or whatever the case may be, that's gonna make the niggas who are doing it that much more popular. Because now, first of all, we're in a rebel culture. So we want to go against the regime. And then fuck those niggas who down with, that nigga's talking with the mayor. He an ex-cop.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? I don't know if this is, I feel like he's trying too hard to appeal to the mayor I'm talking about. He's trying too hard to appeal to all walks of life in New York City.
Yeah, all the constituents. But even you said on the last video that you posted about a 6-minute video, you talking about how crazy it's getting in the city right now. Now, real quick, drill is not the cause of all the shootings and stuff like that. Maybe it's, like I said, there's been a couple of artists that got shot recently. Unfortunately, a couple of young dudes that got killed. You know what I'm saying? Drill rappers against drill rappers. But it is getting crazy in the city. And again, I'm not saying that to say that music is the cause, but I think, you know, him being the new mayor, he's just trying to, you know, he is trying to appeal to all his constituents and just trying to find a way to quell some of the violence. But I agree with attacking the music is not the way. But like I said, drill, just getting back to the point, is not the cause of the violence, right? But it's part of the vehicle. You know what I'm saying? They need to change the narrative. And like you said, it's our culture, right, to talk about guns or to talk about the hardships of where you come from. And unfortunately, the hardships is selling drugs, guns, and trying to protect yourself, even if you have to be violent, or protecting yourself from violence. But attacking the music might not necessarily be the answer, but you got to start somewhere. So I commend them for at least trying, but I respect the guys who come in there to defend their stance. Like, listen, you know, there's a bunch of us right here, and we can sit in this room together. We all drill rappers, you know what I'm saying? And we ain't at each other's necks. So it's bigger than music. Like I said, it's part of it, but it's not the cause.
I feel like this dude, this Mayor Adams. Now, mind you, let's keep it a buck. I didn't vote for him. I didn't vote for the Guardian Angel nigga.
Touche.
Like, I felt like this was a bad session. Like, if there's nobody that I can align with in an election, I'm not gonna vote. I don't care about. You're not gonna pressure me. Oh, these people died and people went through this for your. Listen, if I don't fuck with nobody, I'm not fucking with nobody. Period.
Period.
You
Yeah,
feel
me and you on the same page with that.
These niggas was opposite sides of the same coin. But I'm gonna tell you this though. The Guardian Angel dude would have just came in and got the business. This nigga's doing too much tap dancing for me, bro. Like, you the mayor, do what you need to do. Since when has we had I don't remember Giuliani's meeting with the hip hop community. I don't remember Bloomberg meeting with, Dinkins ain't meet with the, get the fuck out of here, man. This is some bullshit, bro. This is some hoodwink bullshit. Like, and he's looking like a super sucker right now. He's looking like a super sucker, bro.
I would say that. I don't agree with that. He should be commended as being a black mayor that wants to talk to the youth and have the youth in the same room with him. You're right. Bloomberg would have never did that.
No. Listen.
So I mean, shame on them.
What these niggas, real shit. These dudes that they had in there, and I like how Mano loves to just fit himself into anything. Mano attach himself to every fucking thing. Like this shit was a publicity stunt, bro. These niggas don't have no power on what's going on in the hood. They rappers. For these niggas to believe that these rapper niggas got control over what's going on and can change what's going to happen is retarded to me, bro. They're doing what they're doing as rappers because they got to be held accountable to their peers when they go back to their block. Because you talking all this rapidy shit, but you ran into the ops and ain't do nothing. So I'm not hearing that. All these niggas that is out here killing and shooting, these niggas ain't rappers, bro. Like 95% of these niggas ain't rappers.
I think some of them, they just ain't get popping yet. A lot of them are. I think a lot of them are rappers.
No. I'm talking about the popping rappers, the rappers he's meeting with.
Right.
The rappers he's meeting with are not able to stop what the fuck is going on out there, bro.
But you know what? Like some of the rappers are like, let's take K Flock for instance, right? Very popular right now, involved in the shooting. So I mean, you can't say that the dudes that's popping right now ain't involved in no type of shooting.
But what did I just say? I said these rapper niggas have to prove themselves that they're more than just a rapper nigga to their peers. They couldn't go past the op knowing that the op was there and keep it pushing, because once they peers found out about it, now you funny because you went past the op and ain't do nothing.
Well, see, but that's the problem. That's the problem.
But this is what I'm saying. The niggas he's talking to, listen, I'm going to just keep it a buck. If you the mayor, nigga. Get the business. Do what you got to do. There's always been cops and robbers. It's always been that way. The cops supposed to do what they supposed to do. The robbers supposed to do what they supposed to do. That's just it. It's what it is. So all of this, let's try to mend the fence shit, is a bullshit-ass publicity stunt. He's not getting nothing accomplished with that. Nothing.
No, I mean, well,
nothing.
That's the thing. But I commend them for at least putting the foot forward, bro. You saying do what you got to do. So what? Stop and frisk. Had dudes jumping out on dudes again. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Stop. You got to do. See, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna tell you. See, no. That's not my standpoint. That's not my standpoint. My standpoint is my standpoint is do whatever you feel you got to do as the mayor, whatever that may be. I don't give a fuck what that is, bro.
He said he's bringing back plainclothes cops. He's bringing back like the plainclothes cops, except they're going to be identifiable now. Even though he said they're not going to go back to the bad old ways of jumping on everybody, beating dudes up for no reason, throwing everybody against the fence. They're going to be identifiable.
Okay.
But still, you saying just do what you got to do. That's not the way. I think him reaching out and speaking to the youth is commendable, bro. Him to just be amazed, say I'm up in this position and I'm going to do it. I'm going to position this and I'm going to do it that without speaking to youth at all. I think that's the wrong way to go. I commend him for speaking to the youth, at least wanting to meet with guys. That's commendable to me.
These niggas don't vote, bro.
Don't matter if they don't vote.
They don't vote. Listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. Look, remember I said this. 4 years from now, we will be talking about our ex-mayor. We will be talking about our ex-mayor. Not our re-elected mayor. We'll be talking about our ex-mayor because he tap dancing, bro. And the tap dancing shit is not gonna fly, my nigga. It's not. It's not.
We're gonna agree to this, bro. Here, man. I see a black man that's actually reaching into the community.
He's a cop, bro. He's a cop.
Yes, he's a former cop.
He's a cop.
He's a former cop.
He's a cop.
That's cool.
Cops have tactics, bro. This is part of the tactic. That's all that shit is, man. To me, if you ask me, these are tactics, man. At the end of the day, it's cops and robbers. If you're a robber, what the fuck you talking to the cops for?
Right. So you said the drill robbers are robbers. See, this is the problem. I think you're glorifying the negativity of it and trying to say, yo, let's just leave it how it is. Let's let them. It sounds like you're saying let them keep shooting up, and you just be a cop.
The reason why they're shooting shit up is because there's no opportunity here. There's no opportunity for them.
That's what we have to find out.
Create opportunity. Create the opportunities, bro.
We have to get that going, but it starts with conversation.
All right. The niggas gonna talk their way through 4 years, bro.
Yeah.
Niggas gonna talk their way through 4 years. This nigga's showing up to everything that's happening. Yo, listen, this nigga's popping up at burning buildings. He's popping up at explosives. He's popping up everywhere. This nigga, he ain't got no time to do no fucking work, man. Listen, I don't believe in this nigga. He's a cop. I didn't fuck with him in the beginning. I'm not fucking with him going forward. I'm not fucking with him or the Guardian Angel nigga. Like, listen, I respect real shit. Like, I respect being real. Fuck all the fuck shit. Like, you know your city's on fire. You supposed to extinguish it. That's it. All this talk, press conferences and all that. I don't know.
History of New York has been able to extinguish it. They've been able to just sprinkle a little water on it, but it's going to always be burning. So to use that in context, no, it's never going to be extinguished. Never.
Listen,
that's the fact. That's the fact. But like I said, we'll agree to disagree on that. We're moving right along.
Get that nigga out of here, bro. We need Trump back.
Nah, everybody need a chance, man. Get that man a chance. Like De Blasio had 8 years.
He got his chance. He got his 4 years.
He got his 4.
He got his 4. But he out of there after that.
Yeah.
He out of there. Trust me.
Like I said, I'm not an advocate. I didn't vote for him or none of them, but I'm just saying I commend what he's trying to do, reaching in. Cop, former cop, whatever. He's the mayor now.
Yeah,
so
political suicide right now. It's going down. But yeah, black delivery driver chased and shot by white father and son. You heard about this?
Nah, man. I told you I've been out the loop. Unfortunately, we in the loop.
Tonight, a Mississippi family outraged, calling for tougher charges against 2 white men accused of chasing a black FedEx driver, one of them allegedly firing multiple rounds at his delivery van.
This man came within an inch of losing his life.
24-year-old DeMonterio Gibson and his attorney calling the incident racially motivated.
He was simply black while working. That is not a crime in Mississippi.
Gibson says in January he was driving a marked Hertz van with his FedEx uniform on when, after dropping off a package, a white pickup truck on the property began following him, then attempted to cut him off.
I swerved around him and I just started hitting the gas to try to get out of there.
But before getting far, Gibson says he saw something else.
There's another guy standing in the middle of the road with a gun pointed at my window.
When he refused to stop, the man began shooting, Gibson says.
All type of bullet holes in the back of the van.
When Gibson reported the incident to police, he claims he was asked,
"Were you at this address?" And I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "We just received a call about a suspicious person from this address." I informed him that I wasn't a suspicious person. I work for FedEx and I was just doing my job.
8 days after the alleged incident, Brandon Case and his father Gregory were arrested after turning themselves in.
Had it been a black father and son duo that shot at a white young man doing his job, do you think they would have allowed them a week to rest at home comfortably? No. They would have been immediately arrested that night and put in jail, and their charge would have been attempted murder.
Brookhaven Police Chief Kenneth Collins telling CNN they had arrest warrants drawn up and that race has nothing to do with the way the investigation has been handled. The elder Case now charged with conspiracy, his son with aggravated assault and extreme indifference for life, according to the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office. They say both men are now out on bond. NBC News reached out to attorneys for both men but have not heard back. The case, for some, reminiscent of Ahmaud Arbery, a black Georgia man who was chased and murdered by 3 white men while jogging through a neighborhood.
We could have had the same situation here.
Gibson and his attorney are now calling on the Lincoln County District Attorney to upgrade the charges to attempted murder and for the investigation to be turned over to the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations. They also want the men to face federal hate crime charges and have asked the FBI and Department of Justice to investigate.
This emboldened white vigilante that believes that he can tell a black man to do whatever he wants. And if that black man doesn't listen, we're going to take it back to the 50s. Had Mr. Gibson stopped that day, and had Mr. Gibson lost his life, there was no video this time.
All right, Priscilla Thompson joins us now from 30 Rock. Priscilla, I understand you spoke with the district attorney today. What did he say about those charges and how he plans to proceed?
That's right, Tom. Our team spoke with the DA there, who tells us they are considering all appropriate charges, including attempted murder, but that ultimately it will be up to a grand jury to decide whether to indict and on what charges. Now, as for any additional investigations or charges, we reached out to the Brookhaven Police Department, the FBI, and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigations. We did not hear back from any of those agencies, but the Department of Justice tells us that they are reviewing this matter. Tom?
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top story.
First of all, was that a man, bro?
Who, the victim? I know, good question. The victim was the light-skinned person that was talking, right? The light-skinned.
Facts.
They said it was a male delivery driver, so we're going to go with that. I mean, I don't know. You're right. Good question.
Yo, this is getting crazy out here. Like, yo. You know what? No. Before we even dive into this, right? Just on that split topic right there on what was that we was dealing with, right?
Right.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like, it's gonna get to a point where this thing is gonna get out of hand. This gender identity thing.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
You feel me?
I agree there.
We're already at the spots where they're switching up gender roles for sports.
Absolutely. In the bathrooms, in terms of public bathrooms. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
it's getting crazy.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna end up like anything is gonna be able to be turned into a hate crime, bro.
Absolutely. Nah, yeah,
because
absolutely.
What you look like doesn't determine what you identify as.
Right.
Like this is
that's the
crazy.
Part. Look like absolutely well said. What you look like is not coincide with what you identify with. You know what I'm saying? So that means a dude could be walking into a female's bathroom. You know what I'm saying? With a wig on, talking about identify as a woman. You know what I'm saying?
You don't even gotta do that. You can walk in just like me or you and just say, like, this is like, you don't have to have a wig on. I could go to the female bathroom right now and say nothing, and nobody better not say nothing to me.
Right, or it's going to be considered discrimination. No, I agree. We're headed down a real slippery, dangerous road.
This is bananas, bro.
Man, in this United Snakes of America.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This is bananas. I could just run around like, yo, you know what?
It's Benini.
I'm a lesbian woman. That's how I identify. Yes, I deal with women, but I identify as a woman.
I mean, what are you going to tell the person that identifies as queer?
Then,
like queer.
Who do you sign up to let people know this is what I'm doing now?
Right. Now it's
like,
weird. Man.
There's no sign up forms. There's nothing. I can just go out tomorrow. I don't got to change anything except what I identify as.
Right, and I might fall into the realms of what we saw right there. Like I said, it's a good question because it looked like a dude, but then it looked like a female as well. So, just the
crazy.
You know,
but back on topic, man. That was a quick segue. Let's get back on here. So now this was kind of crazy, even though regardless of what it was, this was kind of crazy. You delivering packages for FedEx. You're actually working. You're one of these that's actually have a job.
Right.
And you got to worry about getting clapped at. They tried to step in front of the vehicle, threw shots at him.
Right. Even you it's confused. It's confusing the narrative now, man. I got you. At this person, might as well say at this person.
Right.
Right. That's more relevant. No, absolutely. Very reminiscent of. I'm about to say they took the words out of my mouth, man. Very reminiscent of Ahmaud Arbery. You can't even be working while black nowadays, and that's an example of white supremacy at its finest. You know what I'm saying? Again, a father and son that's feel that they're, like I said, because you're a black man or woman, you know what I'm saying, trying to do a job, like when they tell you to stop doing what you're doing and speak to them for whatever reasons they want, that you're obligated to do so. And if you don't do that, then they just want to shoot at you. Come on, it should be upgraded to attempted murder. ASAP. It's just a shame. It's a shame, man. And, you know, to not even dwell on it for too long, from my opinion, it's just it shows you where we at in this country in a place like Mississippi at that. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't surprise me, right? In a place in Mississippi with the history it has regarding black people under the thumb of these white supremacists, you know what I'm saying, from the 50s, 60s, and even before then. But it's just terrible, man. It tells you where we at in this country, where that people still feel the gall to shoot at somebody working, driving a marked FedEx truck with the FedEx uniform on, you know what I'm saying, just trying to deliver packages.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
And all right,
Shows where we at in this country.
real quick, I wanna correct you on a couple things, and because in somewhat their defense.
There's no defense, but go ahead.
No, let me explain.
Okay.
But that's why I said I got to correct you on a couple things too, because you missed over something that they said perfect. It wasn't a FedEx truck.
Okay.
It had on a FedEx uniform.
But it was an unmarked van?
But it was a van that said Hertz on it or something like that.
Right, it did say Hertz. Okay, Hertz.
So,
Like a Hertz. Okay.
So I could understand to a degree where, all right, first of all, we got this unidentified gender person in a FedEx uniform, but in a Hertz truck, running around looking at niggas' houses. What the fuck is y'all looking at? I think,
right? They dropped. Did they say that? They said
What?
they dropped off a pack location, right?
I'm not sure if they said that. I believe.
that. You put back in the video. They said-
I believe, but this is the thing. If it was a FedEx truck, would it have been the same outcome?
Probably. I believe so.
I'm just saying. That's
Right.
one. That's one. Two, if the person would have explained, I work for FedEx, would the shots been let off?
Why? Who are they? That's again. Now, let me interject for 1 second. Why? Who are they? That's like Ahmaud Arbery trying to jogging, just not bother nobody, not robbing, just jogging down, and these white men trying to get him to stop. Who are you? Why do I got to stop for you? That's the superiority conflicts that these people have. So who are you? Why did the person, you know what I'm saying, male or female, driving a Hertz truck with a FedEx uniform, got explained to them. They wasn't breaking in no house. They saw, like I said, they definitely said they dropped off a package. It ain't like she picked up a package from front of a house and then they wanted to find, oh, there's a person stealing. They dropped off a package, from what I heard, got back in the truck and was driving. You know what I'm saying? And they said the person jumped in front of the truck, from what I heard, and stuff like that. And they was trying to stop them, and they didn't. They fired shots at it. Why do they feel like a black person, a person of color, has to stop and explain to them what they're doing all the time? That's the problem. I want to let you continue, but I just want to interject.
No, I hear you, and I'm listening to what you're saying. And
who are they?
And I feel you, but then at the same time, I'm like, some people feel
we should stop and talk to the white.
No, wait.
We should stop and explain.
I don't say I wouldn't personally. Now, me put myself in their shoes, I know I wouldn't, right? Me put myself in that person's shoes, I wouldn't stop to answer.
In Mississippi?
Huh?
No, I'm
Anywhere.
saying-
I don't give a fuck where I was at. Anywhere.
Anywhere. Let's go Mississippi,
Right?
right?
But then I put myself in the shoes of the person that lives in that community. And I'm like, we don't know. I know there's a large.
Tread very carefully.
No. I'm not treading carefully. I'm trying to explain as I explain. I'm not treading
listening.
carefully. I know what's going on throughout the country. There's a large thing going on with package theft. This is huge. This is going on everywhere. This is going on everywhere. People are stealing packages. People are in vans, unmarked vans, on package theft time. People are running around They're going just how people got a route to go drop packages. These motherfuckers that got a route to go pick up packages that ain't theirs.
Right.
Any building I went into within the past year has pictures up of people stealing packages, bro.
Okay.
Any building. We live in the city, so you know what I mean? It's a little bit different. But I'm just saying, this is not something that's just happening here. You understand what I'm saying? What
really
the fuck is
happens-
this nigga? No. I'm putting myself on the other side now. I see somebody, just because you got on a FedEx uniform and you jump into a Hertz van, nigga, who the fuck is you, nigga? I want to know. Me personally, I'm talking about me now. Me being there and seeing that. I'm the type of person. Wait.
What did you do?
Bro, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm the type of person that would ask, who are you? I'm stopping this person. I want to know. Like, there was a point in time where Verizon, wait.
Are you a cop?
No, I don't give a fuck about being no cop, nigga.
And go ahead.
My family is got to be safe.
But hold on, we gotta go back and forth.
Hold on. Let me explain. Let me explain. Wait a minute. Let me explain. You know, I live on the first floor.
Yes.
Right? There was a point in time where Verizon was sending people out to knock on people's doors and try to get them to switch aggressively. Right? I'm the type of person that makes sure no matter what, that front door is locked. That's the first line of defense. I make sure that front door is always locked, bro.
Nothing wrong with that. Continue. Nothing wrong with that.
Right. So when this dude came to my door, pushing his Verizon, and I'm wondering, first of all, how do you get in this building? I'm moving fast. The nigga came to my door. Wait. The nigga came to my door. I shut the nigga down quick, closed the door, locked it. The nigga went to my neighbor's door, right? Who's an older lady, not that much older, but an older lady, and he was pushing his shit aggressively. I'm looking through the peephole.
Right.
So what I do, I open the door, I escorts that nigga out of my building, bro.
Right.
I'm not a police officer.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, that door is the first line of defense.
Right.
After that, it's me, bro.
All right. Now, hold on. Let me interject for a second. Did you put a gun to his side and escort him out?
No, I didn't have to do that.
All right, exactly. Now let's get to the point of hand with this here. Let's get back to the point of what happened here. If they was concerned about who he or she was after they dropped off a package, do they have the right to shoot at them after they didn't stop? Let's get to the point. Did they have the right to end the person's life after they drove off? They didn't try to run him over. They stood in front of the car. Person drove around them, and they shot at him. They tried to take their life. Let's get to the point at hand, bruh. It's wrong, and that's the problem with these white people in these communities, these suburban communities. That's the white supremacy in them. This black person didn't stop for me. What the situation you explained? You know, we from the Jets, bro. Understandably, fam, you doing too much in the building. We not interested, fam. You got, you know what I'm saying? Please, politely exit.
But the reason why I said that is because I know in any environment, I will be that same type of way, bro. Who is this nigga in the Hertz van running around going to niggas' cribs, bro? I lost 3 packages, bro. I lost 3 packages, nigga. I lost 3 packages. Who is this nigga, son?
And then shoot at him, Sama. That's the difference. You laughing. You're not gonna shoot at him like I'm gonna try to take this nigga head off because I ain't like that he knocked on my door. This person, again, all right, might have been a little suspicious. Call the police then. All right, take down the license plate. Listen, I saw somebody with a FedEx uniform driving a Hertz truck. You have no right, God-given right, to shoot at somebody because you don't know who they are. And
Not
that's what
in
these
that
people
town.
do.
Not in that town.
And that's what they did.
Not in that town.
No town. Period.
Nah, what do you mean? Florida, Texas, all that. Listen, son would have had to explain himself, my nigga.
Nah, man.
Yeah, Trayvon Martin, bro.
Breaking in the entering, not causing no harm. They just was in a hearse truck with a FedEx uniform.
Was Trayvon Martin breaking the entering? Was he causing harm?
Absolutely. Listen, you making my point, right? Bother nobody, walking from the store. But again, this
But he
white
got
dude,
killed, and the killer got off.
Right, you're making my point.
Why did the killer get off?
You tell me, why did he get off? Because he had the complexion for the protection.
Because he was living in a space that had the stay in your ground law.
Okay, part of that as well.
So
Absolutely.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he was in the wrong. He was shooting at that nigga in the wrong state. Had he been in Florida or Texas, it probably wouldn't be such a big case right now, because that nigga would have knew to answer them questions. If you just a FedEx nigga, then say you just a FedEx nigga and keep living. But once you trying to get away, I feel like you the nigga that took my package, nigga.
Right. Okay. Well, you know that's you just personally trying to. That's you personalizing it. What they back to this? What they did was wrong. It was the head.
Nah, that's
the
a
head.
fact. I mean, it is what it is. I guess I will be wrong too, though. But I understand. I empathize with the situation. I don't think it was just. I try not to just lead into everything racially charged, because that shit is some emotional shit.
This is America, man.
No, I understand that, but I feel like when we lead arguments with race, it becomes mad emotional and suckerish. Like, I don't think everything is just black and white, bro.
It really is, though. In situations like
that,
that,
is just black and white.
Situations like that,
there's a lot of shades of white, man. A lot of shades of black, man. I don't like all of them.
In situations like that, per se, when white people do, the father and son do stuff like that, they want to stop a black person and question them, and they don't, and the person drives off, and they say, "Oh shit, my response to that."
Father and son.
Oh, he didn't stop. This black guy driving his truck, he didn't stop and answer my questions. Let me let off the Draco at him. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's the white people problem out here, man. And it tells you where we at in this country. Nah, man, I ain't with it. I ain't with it, Simon. Hell no. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. He should have shot back.
Listen.
Should have shot back.
We need to be more like them, bro. That's our problem.
Facts. You're right.
Like, we need to be more like them. We need to patrol our neighborhood like they control their shit.
It's crazy,
I need to know who this FedEx nigga is coming through my block. I know my mailman, nigga.
We different people, man.
When my mailman on vacation, I know. I know why we got a new fucking mail person today. Because my mailman's on vacation.
It's a superiority complex, man. It's a superiority complex.
I don't know about that, man. Because I would feel that way. I promise you, I would feel that way too. I would be really upset about niggas stealing my packages, bro.
Absolutely, but remember in that story, they ain't say nothing about nobody stole nothing. You just broke down a narrative of fact. In that story, they ain't say nothing about nothing was getting stolen in the neighborhood, man. Let's stick to the facts, bro. Nothing. They dropped up. They probably saw her drop off him or her. I keep saying her. I don't know why. You got me on this.
My uncle said your building is one thing, the streets is something else.
No, absolutely. But yeah, we just build it, man. It gets a little, when we talk about race, it gets a little emotional because it should.
Yeah, man. I hate that emotional shit, though, man. I'll be trying to get away from that shit, man. But yeah, let's move right along. I got I had something that was sent to me, and people wanted to know how we felt about this conversation.
How people who shouldn't be able to finish a sentence to finish a fucking sentence. Instead of calling them out on the stupid shit they're saying when they're saying it. So somebody's listening to it and think it's not stupid shit because no one's calling them on the stupid shit. You're saying things that make no sense. This woman is right. This woman is right. She's saying, if you have a situation, I have kids out of wedlock. Am I supposed to tout it because I did it? This is what you hear from women. The stupid shit they do, they think that they have to act like it's good because they did it. Women only see a problem in things that other people did, not with what they did. A true parent, that's why fathers make better parents. Because even if you're a father and you know you have a daughter and you love your daughter, you will tell her to watch out for men, including men like you. Because you know it's a problem and you don't want your daughter to go through the same shit you went through. But these women will sit up there and lie to their kids and have their kids actually fighting on playgrounds to act like their mother's virtuous. Your mama a crackhead and a hoe. I will fight somebody because they said that. And when I go home, guess what my mom is? A crackhead in the hole. So I just fought half the playground over the truth. And this what makes no sense. I don't want my kid anywhere around yours because you're stupid and people keep allowing you to speak because you have a vagina. The only reason that a lot of women are allowed to speak is because some man stands in front of another man to allow that woman to speak. Right. They don't have to actually fight for that freedom to speak. They get told, well, I'm a woman, therefore I'm a queen. Why is it you even want to be around somebody who believes that they have a title based upon what they were born instead of what they've done? What you do makes you something. So when he said, you say, I know you're not a king. He said, I never said I was. The fact that you feel like you need to put a stupid title on your dumb shit lets me know that you don't believe in yourself and you don't have any self-love. Because why would you go around calling yourself, black women love to call themselves boss and all kinds of stupid ass titles. Your name is Mercedes, but you drive a Kia. Your name is, you sit up here just giving your
Hold on, real quick.
Self-exalting titles because you don't feel good about yourself.
I gotta add the extra information. I was just looking through the comments, and it was said that in most suburban, rural areas, they use different vehicles because of the terrain, and most delivery trucks can't handle that type of terrain. So that's how packages are delivered in rural shit. I didn't know that. So, yeah.
Adds to my point.
Right. I mean, listen, hey.
That's my point, brother.
That's a fact. Let me shout out everybody in the comments, man. Desert, I see you. Roses, Concrete Jungle, Tracy Sunshine, everybody in there. Derek, I see you. I want to shout out everybody I see real quick. Let's get back to the it's time to start my your drink.
And the majority of you grow up in a household with either men who have slept with you. You have all this trauma, and you think that hiding it on Instagram by acting like you's a boss and an entrepreneur is gonna make it go away. But the reason it hasn't went away is the same reason why you say, oh, I love myself, but I got 2 kids by 2 niggas and ain't now one of them now. So maybe you didn't. So maybe you would stop and say, no, I don't love myself, because if I did, I wouldn't be in this situation twice. How the fuck I'm gonna say I love my car when I rammed that bastard into a building 2 times in a row? Just bam. Oh, it's broken.
But
let me do it again. Bam. What I'm saying, ma'am, step back for a second if you don't mind. Pretending a problem doesn't exist doesn't make you strong. It makes you delusional.
Wow. Well, my God.
That was a lot of ranting and raving on his part. I don't even know where to begin. Like what are we trying to decipher? What you said somebody wanted us to comment on that. What was?
Yeah, pretty much. Like on, I guess, his standpoint, his viewpoint.
I mean, a lot of the points he was making, I think he was spot on with. Well, let me just say exactly what I agree with, because he was kind of going 100 miles per hour, so I can't even remember everything that he was saying. But one thing I do agree with is people putting a title without earning it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it was very, very real when he's saying call yourself a queen just because you were born as a woman. Absolutely, queen is about actions, right? Now we like to call our women queens because, you know what I'm saying, we come from our lineage. You know, heritage comes from kings and queens, but just to call yourself a boss, or let's even more selective, a queen, just because you were born a gender of a woman, I think is very relevant with that. And there's too many women running around with, I'm a queen, but you acting like a fucking hood rat. You know what I'm saying? You think you're a queen just because you was born a woman. So I kind of agree with him on that aspect. And things, you know, in terms of, you know, acting a certain way, then having your kids, you know, trying to put something else in their head, but when they come home, you're doing the same thing that you're trying to, you know what I'm saying, lead them against. So he had some points. You know what I'm saying? He was going 100 miles per hour, but he definitely had some points. You know what I'm saying? But he had a lot to say, though. You can tell.
Only reason women have a voice is because there's some man who stood up
that
for her.
Right, that lets them speak.
That allowed her to have the position to speak.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That sounds kind of misogynistic, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Women should definitely have every right to speak as a man should. So I don't really know where he was going at with that one.
No,
but
I understand. I think where he was coming from with that was more or less like, at the end of the day, if it was all out barbaric, most women wouldn't be able to speak. But
right.
Because men fought wars to civilize societies,
right,
is the reason why it's common now. Like, a lot of liberties we walk around with are taken for granted here
in America.
Right.
In America,
right.
Places
but
world
even
where
modern time, period, because you go back a few centuries and things look a lot different. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Tommy's one of those guys that like I watch him because he's entertaining when he does shit like that. Like he's a ranter. He does his little rants and shit. But he be speaking his shit.
I know he is.
He be speaking shit. He was like Kevin Samuels 2.0.
Okay.
Like at the end of the day, he was doing this shit before there was a Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was a fan of his.
Really? Okay.
You feel me? But what Kevin Samuels does is Kevin Samuels makes his shit more palatable, even though it's still hard hitting because it's some shit.
Very hard hitting, right?
But it's more palatable. He dresses it up, where this nigga is calling you a bitch and a hoe.
Right. He's going 100 miles forever. Kevin Samuels is more laid back with it. I mean, like I said, he's giving you giving you whiplashes, but he's more laid back with it. You know, he's speaking in a more calmer tone, speaking in slower, you know what I'm saying, slower, in a slower tone.
Kevin Samuels pretty much speaks the same rhetoric this dude speaks. It's just he's not refined, so to speak.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, that was just a little something. What else we got up here, man?
Right.
We're moving slow. Woman threatens to kill judge, police officer on social media.
New at 5, a Noonan woman is under arrest for a live social media post in which she allegedly threatened to kill a judge and a police officer. Fox 5's Doug Evans has details on the case.
Investigators with the Coweta County Sheriff's Office played the video for me. It's about a 5-minute Facebook rant that was live at the time. It's filled with expletives, obscene gestures, and admission to guilt in an aggravated assault case. But what has Bartresa Orr in trouble with the law are threats to the lives of a judge and a Noonan police officer. Here's that Facebook video Coweta County Sheriff's investigators say landed 26-year-old Bartresa Orr in jail and charged with 2 felony counts of making terroristic threats. They say Orr had 2 arrest warrants for failure to appear in a criminal case in which she's accused of attempting to run people over with her car. It's that case, they say, that's the subject of her live post. Orr is heard admitting to aggravated assault and then turns her anger toward the judge in the case and is heard to threaten his life.
I'll put on a plate and eat you up. I don't even see how you sleep at night, sentencing people like you doing them.
She mentions putting them on a platter, which is it's street terminology for basically I'm going to beat you up or I'm going to kill you, put a hit out on you.
Investigators say Orr later directly threatens to kill the judge, warning that it was a promise. She's also accused of threatening to kill a Noonan police officer. Investigators have asked Fox 5 not to name the Superior Court judge in the case for safety reasons. Coweta County investigators say Bartresa Orr is being held in their jail, charged with the 2 counts of making terroristic threats. Those are felonies. She's being held without bond. In Coweta County, Doug Evans, Fox 5 News.
Hood rat business, man.
Like, yo, how dumb are these people, bro?
Right. That's dumb broad hood rat business
like,
right there.
Like, how dumb are you, bro? You gonna go on live and tell people you're gonna kill the judge and the cop.
And the cop. Now, you know what though? Now, let me segue. That's what your man name is that we just listened to? That's the shit he was talking about. That's the kind of dumb shit that he exactly was saying. You go and you say dumb shit.
Yo!
And that people co-sign. And it probably was people on there co-signing when she was talking that shit, right? Now her ass exactly where she deserved to be. In jail. Hood rap business, man.
That's your queen. That's somebody.
Right. And somebody's calling that. She probably considered herself as a queen. But that's what he was talking about. It's funny that you segue right into that, but that's the dumb shit with some of these boys, just people in general. The dumb shit people do, right? And put themselves in situations. Prime example.
We're not done.
Prime example, man.
You see the next one?
Yeah, let's get through this, man. Cause we got.
You see the next one?
Do.
You see what it say? PPP loan used to pay for murder for hire plot.
Police, right.
New details in the murder of a TSA agent.
Good evening. I'm Jawan Strader.
And I'm Jackie Nesbrough. Police say a woman paid a hitman in PPP loan money, and that's just one of the outrageous allegations.
NBC6 reporter Ryan Nelson is in Northwest Miami-Dade with the details tonight.
The Warrants revealed a tangled web of allegations, including murder for hire, fraud, and witness tampering. Police say 33-year-old Jasmine Martinez masterminded the murder for hire.
It's the queen, bro.
Another queen, right?
Plot bankrolled by PPP loans that left 24-year-old LaShante Jones dead in May. Jones, a TSA officer, was gunned down at this Naranja apartment complex in front of her daughter. Investigators say it all started in November 2018 when Martinez was arrested for allegedly beating up Jones. Just over a year later, the Warrants say Jones was robbed at gunpoint in the courthouse parking lot by two men, including Martinez's ex-boyfriend Kelly Nelson, after testifying against Martinez. About a year later, the warrant says Nelson called Martinez from jail, the warrant quoting Martinez in that conversation as saying that she is ready to go kill this hoe, while referring to Jones, and quote, Jones has to die. The warrant also accuses Martinez of harassing Jones and offering her money not to testify against Nelson, who has children with Martinez. But the warrant says Jones still made her deposition in April, testifying not only against Nelson, but to the alleged witness tampering by Martinez. In late April, police say Martinez's new boyfriend, 35-year-old Ramil Robinson, finalized a murder-for-hire deal from jail with alleged shooter, 29-year-old Javon Carter. Robinson's accused of negotiating a price for the hit over the phone while speaking in code. The warrant says, quote, Robinson asks if he can get the number 10 jersey. Carter responds that it is usually 20 to 25. Days later, Jones is shot and killed. According to the warrant, cell records reveal Carter and Martinez in the area of the killing at the exact same time. Detectives also say they found video on Carter's phone of him counting cash hours after the murder, saying it was just another day at the office. Attorneys representing Martinez and Robinson say Martinez has denied any involvement since she spoke to investigators this past summer, and say Robinson had nothing to do with it. Ryan Nelson, NBC6 News.
More foolery, man.
Bro,
More fool.
so you take the PP loan and decide you're going to go kill a witness.
And break down the PPP loan for people that don't know what the PPP stands for.
I don't even know what the hell the PPP is.
Right, because I'm not really sure. I'm trying to figure it out as they spoke about the story. I'm like, the PPP loan, you know, we have to look that one up.
I know that's the shit niggas was getting. Let's look that up. It's simple. What is the PPP loan? That's the shit people was getting during the pandemic. Oh, Paycheck Protection Program.
Gotcha. You're absolutely right. Yes.
It's a business loan program established to aid businesses during the pandemic.
Right. Oh, got it. Right. Got it. Yeah, a lot of people that had businesses that lost money because of the pandemic were able to get these loans, and probably, I guess some of them grants as well. But
and then some people were creating fake businesses, or
absolutely,
or claiming that they had businesses and getting
right.
these loans. But she got hers and used hers for murder.
Absolutely. Yeah, she did.
Like, and now people starving.
Yeah, man. I don't know. And that one, like I said, more dumb shit that people do, man.
No, that's a fact. So this one was a little bit more light. I was kind of even upset about this myself because, you know, I was just in Vegas recently and I didn't get to.
Agencies in Southern Nevada now investigating what they call adulterated food at a local restaurant. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dave Courvoisier.
And I'm Trisha Keene. Throughout the day, multiple people have reached out to us saying they were served tainted food at Secret of Siam in Centennial Hills. And some say they felt odd or under the influence after eating there.
13 Action News reporter Sean Delancey visited the restaurant in the Northwest. Now, it's now closed, but he spoke with one woman who was hospitalized following her visit.
Looking at the front door of Secret of Siam in Centennial Hills, all you will see is this closed sign after more than a dozen people sounded the alarm that they'd fallen ill after eating here, many believing they'd been drugged. A rash of complaints have been leveled against this restaurant in the Northwest after customer meals turned their day sour.
I was terrified. I thought I was dying.
Hillary Vandenkoy says she got pickup here Friday, and about 40 minutes after eating the curry,
I started feeling really heavy and disoriented, and I started feeling like I was going to pass out. My heart was racing.
Vandenkoy has a serious heart condition, so her husband rushed her to the ER. She says doctors there feared she was having a stroke.
And I ended up being there for a little over 24 hours getting CT scans, MRIs. I had to get an ultrasound of my carotid artery, an echocardiogram.
But after reading posts on social media and review sites that similar things happened to others, this non-drug user asked her doc a question.
I said, will you test me for drugs because I think I know what happened? And he said, I don't need to. When you came in, you had high levels of THC. I just assumed you were a recreational user.
She believes the food contained drugs, and now the Southern Nevada Health District and Metro Police's Special Investigations Unit are investigating. The restaurant is now closed, a surprise for potential customers like June Kelly.
I put the order in.
So pretty much, this is a restaurant. And this was a come up, because I'm mad I didn't know about it, because how the fuck, y'all niggas is giving away free weed?
Right, they just giving away free THC infused weed. There's people that have paid good money for that.
Bro.
There's people that have paid great money for that.
They should have promoted that. Now they
That's
shut
very
down.
right. You was in Vegas too. You would have definitely
I was
paid them a
just
quick.
out there a couple weeks ago, bro. Like, nigga, I would have definitely went.
Nah, indeed. That is hilarious.
These niggas was lacing, and I'm first watching this video, right? And I'm sure it was gonna be like heroin or fentanyl.
Right, absolutely. Cocaine, something along those lines.
This nigga said high levels of THC. I wanted to punch that white lady in her mouth.
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy. Yo, listen.
I want to punch that white lady in her mouth, bro.
That indulge in that, then it's gonna affect you differently than somebody that likes to indulge in that.
But it's just some weed, nigga. You ain't have to call the news.
The THC. Yeah, listen. It probably, said she felt like she was gonna die, man. She felt gonna die.
But once you found out, once you found out it was just THC, you know you wasn't gonna die. Like, this was some secret underground shit.
That's the notion. That should have been the notion.
She stumbled across and don't know, bro. You got high for free, pretty much, nigga.
No,
you
got
paid
high.
regular prices and got infused. I would have. Man, I'm so mad about this shit.
See, you crazy.
I'm pissed about that shit, nigga.
A lot of people share your sentiment.
This lady here, she ordered there a few times.
Right. Nah, people who pay good money.
It gave me an email back saying it was all set. They charged my credit card.
And then she arrived to a closed door.
That's a little scary, a lot scary, especially since we've eaten here a couple of times before. Never had an issue.
The health district last inspected the shop on February 10th, giving it an A grade. We called the listed owner multiple times, but no one answered. Now, if you've eaten here and think that you've gotten tainted food, reach out to either the Southern Nevada Health District or Metro Police, and you could help the investigation. Reporting in Centennial Hills, I'm Sean Delancey.
Elsewhere tonight, traffic has finally cleared.
That was just something funny to me. Like, damn, son.
No,
but was it worth it? You feel like they needed to go to the police and get the place shut down? Like,
well, if that's not what you paid for, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's different. Like I said, we're speaking from a different perspective. If you went there to get a meal not infused with THC, you just wanted a meal.
Biden's about to give out crack pipes. Biden's about to give out crack pipes, bro.
Absolutely. But I'm just saying, this
like, a little bit of weed ain't gonna hurt nobody, nigga. He probably giving it to uptight.
Sounds good from a weed smoker, man.
Nah,
but if you went
she was probably an uptight patron. And he was like, yeah, hit it with the special sauce.
What if you took your 8-year-old though? What if you took your 9-year-old, 10-year-old daughter though, or a 10-year-old son, and he ate that and got fucked up? You probably wouldn't feel the same. So
I mean, they're saying THC oil is curing cancers.
People wanted to get a meal. They didn't expect to get a
Utah right now. So I don't know if I would agree with that.
Right. I mean, well, I don't know. Like I said, realistically though, if you was going there expecting to get a meal, just a meal of food, I can understand. I mean, everybody's different. I probably personally wouldn't want to get it shut down to call the police, but just being realistically speaking, man, people go to restaurants to get a meal. You don't go there to get high. You know what I'm saying? Or to get a meal with THC in it, right? So you got to respect whatever comes with that. You just got to respect it.
Damn,
especially
bro.
just white folk.
I'm just
You know
mad
what
I
I'm
ain't get to go, bro. I'm hating. I feel
Respectfully.
away. I feel away.
Respectfully,
And
man.
it was some secret squirrel shit. So listen, you know how much them infused plates cost and shit? Infused everything cost a lot. So if you was getting whatever you were getting for the price that it costs,
right,
and it was infused too,
they could have charged somebody else that wanted that more money. Right. So they actually, the restaurant cheated themselves. They could have charged somebody else who actually wanted it infused about $60, $70 more. So they beat themselves and wouldn't have got shut down, or, you know, the police called on them.
That's fact.
So that's
dude.
a lose-lose for the restaurant.
That's a fact. And somebody was just happy-go-lucky and just wanted to see everybody high, and they had they had good intentions, and this white lady. There's always some white lady. There's always a Karen fucking shit up. It's always one of them fucking shit up. But I feel what you're saying. That's not what they went for. Blah 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 blah. I'm mad I didn't get none. So moving right along.
Somebody was making some good butter, and they wanted to put it in something.
Right. Move right along. Baby survives. Baby survives a standoff. 5 count.
Was an infant used to lure police into an ambush? The drama unfolded at 2 in the morning when a police officer was shot responding to a domestic dispute.
He's got a baby.
Cops besieged the house in Phoenix. You can see a man coming to the door waving, and he's got a baby in his arms. He goes back in for a moment, but comes out again. Then he puts the infant, a baby girl, on the ground. Cops order him to walk backwards with his hands up. When police move in to retrieve the baby, all hell breaks loose. They're fired on from inside the house. 5 officers were shot. 4 others were hit by shrapnel. By some miracle, the baby was not harmed. When the sun came up, police entered the house and found the suspect dead, apparently from a self-inflicted wound. A woman who was also in the house later died from her injuries.
I know the relationship between the suspect that shot the police officers and the woman who was injured inside. They are former boyfriend and girlfriend. They have a child in common. I believe that child that was involved in this incident is their child in common.
As for the man holding the baby,
we don't have any information to suggest that he was part of the ambush.
Craziness, bro.
Nah, that's wild, man. That's wild. Look like a nice house too, like a, you know what I'm saying, an expensive house too. You know what I'm saying? But you know, is that
loading on the pigs? Just start
right.
giving.
As the like I said, we don't know the relation. As the person brung out the baby, set the baby down, then they started unloading immediately. You know, that's very similar to something that happened in Harlem when police was going in the back room and dude just started unloading and 2 cops got killed in that situation.
Oh, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
2 cops, 2 police officers.
Right. I mean,
now, that was crazy. That was
baby
crazy because at the end of the day, he was going through something between his mother and his brother.
Right, no, it was just him and his mother. Him and his mother was.
Nah, his brother was there as well. He had a younger brother that was there.
The first time I'm hearing that. First time I'm hearing that about the younger brother.
They let the police in to get
the mom. The moms did, right. Sent him to the back room like he's in the back. And as they walked back there, you know, he let off on them and those 2 cops lost their lives. You know, so, but different scenario, but just similar to, you know, with unexpected, you never know when somebody gonna start letting off at you. You know what I'm saying? People don't like the pigs. Pigs did a lot of dirt out here, and you know what I'm saying? And it might be somebody who don't deserve it, but you know, you come into the wrong situation, it can happen.
Facts. Well, we're gonna keep it on. This is the last one, man, so we can get up out of here.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, definitely got a couple of things.
On Long Island, a man with a prosthetic leg is seeking millions in damages from the Suffolk County Police Department. He claims he was wrongfully arrested, then injured by police officers who ripped off his leg and actually threw it in the trunk of the cruiser. Internal Affairs is investigating, and News 4's Paisley Chang has the latest on his accusations in a News 4 exclusive.
Waverly Lucas removes his prosthetic leg a few times a day, but there is a process he follows so he can do so painlessly. But Lucas says Suffolk police violently ripped off his leg when they arrested him this past August.
There was no pretext for the stop.
Lucas's attorney says he pulled into this Wyandanch gas station, was about to walk into this mini mart when 2 Suffolk police officers stopped him, demanding he show identification and accusing him of public urination.
We still don't know why he was pulled over to begin with, other than the fact that he's black.
Lucas would not give his ID to police and began recording on Facebook Live.
I wasn't peeing in public.
Security video from the store shows 4 Suffolk police cars responding at one point. He says police assaulted him while trying to detain him.
I have a fractured eye socket.
Lucas says it got worse. According to his attorneys, police ripped off his prosthetic leg so Lucas would fit in the police cruiser.
To rip that off is like someone ripping off your skin, because it's like it's almost glued to my skin.
Officers were seen on video tossing the prosthetic leg into a police vehicle. He was charged with possession of oxycodone pills. Lucas says he has a prescription for the medication and takes it for his leg.
There is no crime. He did nothing wrong. They were his prescription pills. They're documented in the medical records that he has a prescription for them.
While Lucas waits for the criminal case to be resolved, he says he's also waiting for Suffolk police to return his prosthetic leg.
It's hard to describe the emotional toll because no one can understand what you go through mentally.
We did reach out to the Suffolk County Police Department for comment, but they say they don't talk about pending litigation. They did say, however, that Internal Affairs is investigating this arrest. Reporting from Melville, Paisley Chang, News 4 New York.
Yeah. Can't hear you.
My bad. Yeah, that was crazy though. Niggas pulled his shit off.
Right. Another example of the pigs. I'm gonna call them pigs. Still thinking that they're the slave patrol. So the people that don't know
And it's
police.
crazy because, like he said, it's a special type of adhesive they use.
Right.
So that shit stays on.
Right. So that he uses every
Right.
time he puts it on, so it can have more grip. And
Right.
Stick to the
So
limb.
it's like
Right.
They said he takes his joint off 3 times a day, but it's a procedure he has to go through to do that.
To make it painless. To make it
Right.
painless. Right.
And,
and
all because they said he was publicly
urinate. Right, another prime example of the pigs overstepping the boundary. And like I said, I'm gonna call them pigs because they acted like pigs, and just doing what they do. Another prime example of what a lot of these untrained officers do out here, man. Especially the people of color.
That shit. And they
I'm not
look like
surprised.
Redman too.
Right, and like why you still got his prosthetic leg? He obviously, like why you still holding on to that?
Right,
Why,
he
why
still got his shit.
Like
I didn't
you,
even think about that. Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
What are you holding on to that for? Like you could guarantee if you have some of the cameras on or whatever that they laughed about that in the police cruiser, because that's how they get down. They definitely laughed and joked about that. You know what I'm saying? In the cruiser.
That's a
You know what I'm
fact. But
saying?
yeah,
But another
man, that's another one, man. In the books, man. That's pretty much all I got for the night. You dig? It was
No.
a good one. We had some good discussions. We had some good topics, man. Everybody fucking with us. Hit them comments, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We'll be back next week to do it all over again. You dig? We out of here, you heard? My God.
King of Paradise.